Alright, so tonight, after a lot of prayer, a few profanity words that I'm not going to repeat, we're going to look at something that I need to work on. So if everybody can turn to Ephesians 4. Verses 17 through 31. Basically 17 through the end of the chapter.
So I tell you this, and insist on it in the Lord, that you must no longer live as the Gentiles do, in the futility of their thinking. They are darkened in their understanding and separated from the life of God, because of the ignorance that is in them due to the hardening of their hearts. Having lost all sensitivity, they have given themselves over to sensuality, so as to indulge in every kind of impurity with a continued lust for more. You, however, did not come to know Christ that way.
Annie, if you want to go from 21 through 24.
Okay. Since you have heard what Jesus and have learned, since you have learned about Jesus and have learned the truth comes from Him, throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on your new nature, created to be like God, truly righteous and holy.
Okay, we're going to stop there for a minute. Impersonations, anything like that. Questions, wondering what the heck are we doing reading this?
That was going to be my question.
Dad?
Nothing at all.
Okay, Ma Cattle?
You're no longer of the world. And you've been separated from the life you had before. And now you have a new life, and you have to change into that new life.
Let me go off. I have to agree with you there. Let me go off of what I kind of see this as. Everybody here, and most likely everybody watching, knows that I was adopted. Think about it. You're basically being adopted by Christ, for lack of a better term. He says, throw off your old sinful nature and former ways of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. Instead, let the Spirit renew your thoughts and attitudes. Put on your new nature, created to be like God, truly righteous and holy. To me, that means you're not the person you were yesterday. The phrase, this is the first day of the rest of your life. Yeah, granted, there's a joke out there that you're born into the world in diapers and 90% of the people go out of the world wearing diapers.
Yeah.
Imagine this as you spiritually wearing diapers again. And just because somebody accepts Christ doesn't mean that there's not going to be any mistakes. I mean, we're coming up on an area that I'm going to read, 25 through 27, that I'm guilty of myself. It says, so stop telling lies. Let us tell our neighbors the truth, for we are all parts of the same body. And don't sin by letting anger control you. Don't let the sun go down while you are still angry, for anger gives a foothold to the devil. Now, can anybody here sit there and say that they've never gone to mad angry at somebody or something?
No, especially, I've gone to bed many a times, even though I have, ever since I have been saved, I don't ever think of anger as a sin, but now that I think about it, I guess it is. It's a sin to, not give the person that you're upset with a chance to, one, maybe explain themselves, a chance to rectify what they've done or whatever before you build a resentment. So.
Any other comments? Pop, Ma, Parker, Susie. Sapphira quit sleeping in the Bible study.
It is hard to go to bed and not be angry with stuff. Sometimes there's days and this old guy here, I want to go, I love you. and he, he might do something that irritates me or something like that. But basically, you're wasting a lot of time and effort and your own energy being ticked off at whoever, whatever the reason. You got a phone call today that just set you off. And wasting all your time and energy being angry about something that's probably not a big deal. But when you're angry, you can't really think properly as to how to resolve the problem. And that's what you need to do, and that's basically what it's trying to tell you, is to step back and see how to resolve the problem without being angry, because when you're angry, you just want to hurt things.
Now, you notice in here, it doesn't say anything about that it's, as my version reads, don't let the sun go down while you are still angry, for anger gives a foothold to the devil.
Right.
To me, that says, you're going to get angry. But the longer you sit back and you dwell on it, and if you dwell on something for 3-4 days and you're losing sleep over it, that's not God going, dude, pull your head out of your rear. That's the devil going, here, let me push it up there a little further. Pa, any comments?
No, I'm just looking at the first portion of 26 there. It says, in your anger, do not sin. And by my version here.
Yeah.
That part of it is, and then it continues on. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, because that what they was thing, and then I'll finish it. And you do not give the devil its foothold. Anger, if you can, basically, to me, control the anger. By not, by not sinning. And the way they've been talking about the sinning can come from anger. They're saying it is wrong to be angry.
Right.
But it says, do not sin while you are angry. In your anger, do not sin. Basically, to me, that is, it would probably in the anger you would do something that you could be, you're angry. God forbid anything happen, you'd hit your wife or something, or this type of thing. In anger, that could lead to other problems. And it is a sin to strike somebody.
Yeah.
And that's just compounding the.
So basically, kind of like my thought process on it is how you're reading it is, it's enough of a sin to get angry. Don't compound it by doing something stupid. Such as hitting my wife. Which, if I did that, she'd kick my ear to the floor. With that nice ring. But, and then I'd have, you have to face consequences. You got to be ready to face whatever consequences there are if you get angry.
And because, to me, the last part of that is, and do not let the devil get his foothold. That is where, to me, if you, that anger if you let it